Welcome back to my channel. In today's video we are working on a Tesla Model S. Left quarter got hit pretty good, so we're gonna have to replace that whole entire quarter. I'm gonna prep it, primer it, paint it, and make it look like new. We primed our Tesla quarter yesterday, so now we're gonna prep it and get ready to paint it. We're just gonna block the quarter with 320 real quick, go over it with 600. We're gonna prep the bumper as well. Same thing, hit it with 320, 600 grit DA. Rear bumper, we only primered a small section, so we're just gonna prep this with 600. Rest of the bumper, we're just gonna go over with 1000 grit DA and just shoot clear here. That's gonna take off the lower molding, so then we can just paint the bumper. This Tesla is a solid black. PBSB is the color code, same as the Tesla Plaid we painted. So I'm gonna pull out my spray out card that I used on the Plaid and match it up to this one, see which color works the best. We're not gonna blend the rear door in this one, so I want to match it up as close as we can. Then we can just polish out the rear door, make it look like new, restore the original paint. That way it's gonna match perfect. Pretty much every time you paint a black car, even if I just put clear on this fender, door is not gonna match because it's old and faded. Let me show you an example of the Civic. We painted the trunk and you can see old paint is just gone. See how clean and shiny the trunk is versus the rest of the car. Same with the roof. We refinished the roof, pretty much peeling everywhere, but I think very soon the rest of the car is gonna start peeling as well. But my point is that the adjacent panel to whatever color you paint is not gonna look as good as the freshly painted. So that's our steps for this Tesla. Enough of this talk, let's get to work. First thing I'm gonna do is use my body tool and draw our arch. That way we keep this line nice and clean. So I'm gonna tape it off. Now I'm gonna reverse the tape and do the same with the rest of the quarter. I got several of my spray out cards. I'm gonna match them up to the door and see which color works best. I have a prime, a darker redder, and then a custom one that I made. So I'm gonna spray a quick check. It simulates a gloss finish. So prime looks a little too light. It looks a little too milky. That one's no good. So darker redder is almost there. The darker X5 is no good, it's too blue. And this is the darker redder custom one that I did. Pretty much I took out a couple drops of white from this one. That's what we're gonna go with. I'm gonna mix my darker redder and I'm gonna take out half of the white that's in there. That should give us the darker color. Sounds good? Let's do it. Tesla's in the booth, all the parts are prepped. I got my front bumper, rear bumper, and the quarter panel. Front bumper, I primered it completely, prepped it all, got rid of all the rock chips. It was so beat up, now it's nice and clean. I can apply my base coat, clear coat, it's gonna look like new. Same with the rear bumper. Rear bumpers was a little battered, just had a little damage in the corner, so we repaired that. Gonna paint the left corner section, and the rest of the bumper we'll just put clear coat over it. So I'm just gonna mask this up real quick in 3, 2, 1. Good to go. Let's go in the mixing room and get some paint going. Alright, so we know our color code is PBSB. It's a darker redder. So for the Plaid, I actually customized it a little, just like my spray out says, custom DR4. So pretty much what I did is I think I took out half of the white. So we have black, yellow, white, red. White, we only have 0.08 parts, so I think I did half of that to achieve the color on the spray out. So I'm gonna take out half, mix up my paint. I'll do a spray out just in case. That way I can match it up before I put clear coat over the whole car. That way I can be sure the color is perfectly good. And then I'm actually gonna save this formula, because I'm gonna now remember and write down that I'm gonna take out half of this in order to achieve the spray out card that I made, which I'll make a new one. Sometimes you have to tint the color based on whatever you see out in the field, meaning here in the shop, comparing it to the car. The car's paint gets sun damage and loses pigment, whatever. So we have to try and match that to the original paint as much as we can to make it seem like nothing ever happened. So that's how I'm gonna do it with this color. I'm gonna use my, this is a Techna Pro light. It's purple because it's a special edition. I don't know, it says Professional's Choice on it, but this is just like my black Techna that I use for sealer, but 1-3 tip. For the sealer I use a 1-4 tip to lay out the sealer nice and smooth because it's a little thicker. 1-3 tip works well all around, solids, metallics, doesn't matter. I use 1-3 for my clear coat as well. All right, enough of talking. I'm gonna mix up this paint. So I did 1.6 instead of 3.2 on the white one. So I'm gonna add a little water just so I can hit continue, otherwise the computer won't let me continue until all the colors properly mixed. Now that we got 2 coats of base down, we're gonna turn off the lights and get jiggy with it. Just kidding. I'm gonna turn off the lights and check for coverage with my sun gun. Okay. So I'm gonna make sure I got coverage on my bumper, especially the edges. If you can see here, this edge doesn't have coverage right there. And then right here on the bottom too, you can see I don't have enough coverage there either. Very hard areas to keep covered, so pretty much need a solid coat over the entire bumper. Quarter panel. The quarter panel actually looks good. Pretty much have coverage on everything. This edge. This edge needs a little more. This bumper right there, you can see the primer behind there still. So pretty much I'm gonna do a medium coat over everything, focusing on the edges, especially on the front bumper. That's why I like to check especially dark colors for coverage in the dark with the lights off, because when the lights are on, everything looks beautiful. Everything looks painted, covered. But if I clear this right now and then Vlad would put this car together, take it out in the sun, oh, it would look horrible. So very, very important to check for coverage. No matter what color, light blues in general are transparent, so you have to check for coverage on those. Silvers, they may look covered, but always check for coverage. Make sure your primer lines are covered so you can't see it through the base coat, and then you can clear everything. So I'm gonna mix a little more paint, do another coat, then we'll be able to mix up our clear coat, clear it, and go home by 5:30, hopefully. We'll see. I'm gonna let the base coat dry really good though before putting clear. It's a hot day today. What is it today? Feels like 86, 76. The paint's drying really quick. No drying issues there. One more coat and we should be good. So I cut a little window here on the hood. I'm gonna check my spray out card, make sure it matches the paint since I had to tint it a little bit. So I'm gonna turn the lights off. Black colors you actually check in the dark. You can tell a lot better if it's a good color or not. Wow, okay, so this last one with the gray shade, very good match. Even better than the custom one I mixed. So half of the white is the perfect proportion to having the right color. Very good match. All right, final coat of base, then we're done with base coat. We're ready to clear. I just want to make sure we got the proper coverage. Let's do it. Model S is finally painted, it's dry, it's the next day, so I'm gonna start unmasking it. Turned out super nice, very happy with it. Check it out. Unmask out of the booth and get it to Vlad for assembly, and then I'll reveal the car put together after it's washed and detailed and ready to go. 1, 2... Our Tesla Model S is finally finished. Turned out super clean, super nice. Very happy with the job. The color tinting paid off. The color match came out perfect. Very happy with it. Thank you guys again for watching. If you liked the video, don't forget to hit the thumbs up and comment below. Also, if you like this kind of content, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell notification so you don't miss any new video. That is going to be it for today. See you guys on the next one.